Hey, Scooter. Did you hear her? And she got up and moved and splooted right behind me. Antics. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. It was a long day, that's for sure. Hey, Antics. Ah, yeah, it was a very long day. Um, Let me grab Antics channel link. Um, hey, Tracy. Trying to. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right. That's who we're listening to tonight. Oh, so I've been studying. Should have been doing this all along, but, life. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. So this assignment, I have to write a short essay. Go to your local shop and compare the labels of a low cost and a more expensive brand of dog food. What differences do you notice? Um, Write it on what you see from your own viewpoint, including how you think the ingredients in each might affect a dog. Give details such as brand, name, price, ingredients, nutritional values, etc. We're not simply looking for a list of ingredients. Hey, Zippy. Okay. Um, so I have a cow ranch here. And that's where we usually buy our dog food. I actually have 3. Hey, Eric. 3 different brands. This is Royal Canin, which is $109.99 for a 30-pound bag, I think. this is the brand that I feed. Oh, Zippy, actually, we're going to talk about that because Royal Canin is over $100 a bag. This is Loyal. Oh shit, I can't remember the name right off the top of my head. Hold that thought. And this is a super bottom of the line rancher's feed. It's looking for my phone and it's right here. Let me see if I've got the pictures on here or if it's on my other phone. I'm thinking it might be on my other phone. If you won't stand it against it, you're standing for it. Yeah, on my other phone. Let me grab it real quick. Antics, that's good. Hey, Bill. Let me grab my other phone real quick. I've got the pictures. Gallery. Okay, here it is. Loyal Life. Now, this is the one that I usually feed right here. Loyal Life for a 40-pound bag is $55. Oh no, we're talking dog food because I'm getting back into my studies. So one of my assignments is to compare dog foods. This one is $22 for a 40-pound bag. Yeah, $109.99 for the Royal Canin. Okay. So let's talk first. Right? Yeah, if you're swimming that often, usually that's probably the best way to go. So this is what I forget what it was called. What was the brand on this one? Rancher's Choice is what this one is. Let me write that down. $21.99. 40 pounds. And then that's Royal Canin. There it is. $54.99, 40 pounds. And then this one. Yeah, I was right. It's Royal Canin. Bulldog recipe. And it's $109.99 for a 30-pound bag. Oh yeah, I don't have a PetSmart. I have Family Dollar, Ridley's, which is our local grocery store. It's a regional grocery chain, and you can get ranch quality at Cow Ranch or Bath Lumber. Okay, so we have Royal Canin, which is supposed to be one of the top of the lines. Then we have the Rancher's version. And that's like low end. And then we got a mid grade here. So going through the ingredients list, I'm going to read most of this. Half of it I can't pronounce because it's the scientific names. No. It's the scientific names for a lot of the vitamins and minerals. Ground yellow corn, wheat middlings, corn distillers, dried grains with solubles, pork meal, poultry fat, preserved with BHA and BHT. Ranch quality is maximum yield for lowest cost, basically. Natural flavors, brewers, dried yeast, salt, potassium, chloride, choline, ferrous sulfate, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate, magnesium, vitamin E, niacin, calcium.
Okay, Mom.
All right, baby. And the rest of these are just vitamins and minerals. So I'm doing some research. Yeah, no.
You see what she's hitting with her tail, right?
Hey, Mark.
What are you doing, Mom?
So going through and just...
Let me too.
It's all in the basic ingredients list right on the bag. This is literally a picture of the bag. It's the ingredients list. So going through and just pulling a couple of things from each brand. Corn distillers, dried grains with solubles.
I need to get a towel.
It's literally a byproduct of the bioethanol fermentation process. It's a byproduct of fuel production. I was like, are you kidding me? Pre-treatment of the dried grains, once they're dried, pre-treatment for the ethanol industry often use, zippy, but that can also be misleading. Pre-treatment often uses chemicals to break down the grains to maximize yields of ethanol. While it can be, gluten is definitely used as a filler and binder in pet foods. While it can be nutritious, the nutritional profile can be variable. Plus, it's got the chemicals that they use to break it down for the ethanol industry. And then poultry fat preserved with BHA, widely known that it can cause kidney damage and identified by the state of California as a possible carcinogen. The distillers' dried grains is actually an important ingredient found in poultry feed and livestock feed. So really, I would not feed that to my dogs. I would not feed that to my dogs. Sorry. And we go to the high dollar. Let me get to the... I had to print it out because the top part here was folded over and it cut off some here. Oh, and another point. You don't even get a true meat in here until 1, 2. It's the fourth ingredient before you even get a meat product on here. Exactly, Zippy. Oh, thank you. Butterflies, and that one says dream. So the first meat product, because it's pork meal, the first meat product isn't until the fourth ingredient. Hey, Doug, I need you to email me your address so I can send you your bucket hat. All right. So then we go here to Royal Canin again. $109, $109.99 for a 30-pound bag. Hey, Mandy. So let's read the ingredients list on here. Brewer's rice, oat groats, chicken byproduct meal, brown rice, wheat gluten, chicken fat, pork meal, natural flavors, dried beet pulp, fish oil, vegetable oil, sodium silicoaluminate, calcium carbonate, powdered cellulose, salt, egg product, potassium. And then the rest, we go into more vitamins and minerals. We get down here, marigold extract, taurine, magnesium oxide, green tea extract, chondroitin, sulfate, which is good for hips and joints, rosemary extract, preserved with mixed topophols and citric acid, which the mixed topophols are a vitamin E. It could be, Zippy. It could be. With it being a meal, it could also actually include bone material, which is a source of calcium and other essential nutrients. So they could cook it down, including bones, and then grind it into a meal. So yeah, okay. So here let's get started on this. You've got two sources of oils. You've got fish oil and vegetable oil, back to back. Well, vegetable oil is not necessarily toxic. Okay, that's probably what just beeped on my phone. Thank you, my dear. While vegetable oil is not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Fraud. Why do we have two oils back to back? When fish oil is actually the better option of the two, because it has much more of the beneficial essential omegas. The bad thing about vegetable oil is no, Zippy. Yeah, definitely. Vegetable oil, again, while not necessarily harmful, you don't need two sources of oil. The bad thing about vegetable oil, it can be an irritant to the digestive tract. And vegetable oil can be sourced from many different things and still classified as vegetable oil. So if you have a dog with allergies or issues, digestion, skin issues, and you're doing an elimination diet, if the food has vegetable oil, you don't know what base the vegetable oil is. Oh, honey. Oh, Doug. How are you holding up? I'm so sorry, honey. Check and see what base oil it is. I'm sure it did help to laugh, honey. I'm sending you big hugs. Yeah. See, and olive oil is not bad. Olive oil is again one of the more beneficial oils. That's not bad. Um, but yeah, if you have a dog that you're needing to try to do an elimination, exactly, Zippy, exactly. Um, to isolate if allergies are present, it would be harder because you don't know the base of what vegetable oil is. Next one. Um, wheat gluten is simply used as a filler and a binder. Now, I was on to this sodium silico, and here's what I'm finding. Absolutely no benefits. I need to write this down while I'm at it. Absolute. Oh, dadgummit. Oh. Sorry. So this sodium silico illuminate, no benefits. It is a synthetic anti-caking agent that can cause digestive issues in dogs. Yeah, antics. Yep, avocado oil was good. I know, and they were deep hiccups. That hurt. Um, synthetic anti-caking agent cause digestive issues. Okay. Long-term exposure to sodium silicate aluminate may lead to kidney disease and other health problems in dogs. And most of you know what? I don't know, but I would doubt it because they didn't have a lot of the fillers and um, chemical preservatives and stuff like that back then that they do now. Royal Canin has 91 products that include sodium silico aluminate. Food strikes, right? Yogurt is good for dogs. Yeah, actually, Royal Canin has a line, has 91 products that include sodium silico. Royal Canin Veterinary Diet has 29 products that include this ingredient. That is insane. And this is a brand that is $110 for a 30-pound bag. And then the next one was the powdered cellulose. Which has no, it literally is a source of insoluble fiber and literally is just a filler with with extra fiber. Yeah, Zippy, that's the way to do it. Sorry, oh, yes. Oh, orange slices. They typically don't eat a lot of citrus, but citric acid is not bad for them. Okay, so it has cellulose, no nutritional value. The fiber is it does have fiber, but it comes from plants and wood. There could be other sources. Yeah, a lot of dogs. There are other sources of fiber that would be more nutritious. And because of the fiber content, it can actually cause bloating, constipation, and diarrhea. Ringo is a funny guy. Oh, antics. How's he doing? See, they could easily switch powdered cellulose for something like beet pulp, um, you flaxseed, other things like that. Oh, there are other sources of fiber that would be more beneficial. Okay. Yep. Very tiny amount. Okay. So on a dog food that is over $100, to my dogs. Way. See, they've got beet pulp right here. Why add powdered cellulose? That makes absolutely no sense to me. And the beet pulp is literally the only vegetable in the entire ingredients list. You've got three different, no, marigold. Okay. So rosemary and green tea are herbs, basically. I would not feed this to my dogs. Yeah, extra sugar is not. I'm sure it was great to hear his voice. Yeah, I would not. At $110 a bag for that, no thank you. Again, and for $22 for a 40-pound bag of the Rancher's Choice, when the number one ingredient is ground yellow corn, which is a filler. Oh, and let's not forget the distiller's dried grains and solubles. Now we come to the brand that I use. I haven't even gotten into that one yet. First ingredient, lamb meal, brown rice, whole ground barley, whole Milo, brewer's rice, dried peas, chicken fat, dried plain beef, fish meal, ground flour, natural chicken flavor, potassium chloride, dried egg, salt, yeast culture, vitamins, vitamin E, niacin, calcium, riboflavin, vitamin A, vitamin D3, B12, that's B6, biotin, thiamine, folic acid, minerals, zinc, read that one. Another type of zinc, iron, zinc oxide, copper sulfate, copper protonate, manganese, glucosamine, mixed tocopherol. This one is vitamin E's, ground garbanzo beans, ground lentils, dried tomato pomace, dried apple pomace, dried kelp, dried potatoes, dried blueberries, pea fiber. This is a prebiotic, dried Enterococcus faecium fermentation product. It's a prebiotic. This one is a prebiotic. This is a probiotic. 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 This is Loyal Life. Let me I have it. Yes. Do I have? This is what the front of the bag looks like. This is the large breed adult. Come on, focus. There we go. Loyal Life. There it is. Okay, so screen share. So this is the chicken and brown rice recipe. The one I'm reading now is the lamb and rice. It's loyal with 2 L's. So yeah, these are real vegetables and fruits and real sources of protein and healthy grains, not corn or corn byproducts, and certainly not byproducts left over from the ethanol industry. And it also includes several sources of pre and probiotics. And this one is $54.99 for a 40-pound bag. So, and this one is very similar to the other one. If they're out of one, if they're out of this, then I get Wildology. Um, and back and forth. So I have a secondary, a backup, which is very similar ingredients list to this one. So not necessarily does the most expensive one have the best ingredients. And certainly we already know the cheapest one. No beef or chicken. Lamb. This one is lamb and rice. They have oatmeal as well. And then they also have a potato recipe too, if I'm not mistaken. Ingredients. Okay, so here on the chicken and brown rice is chicken meal, whole grain sorghum, brown rice, brewer's rice, chicken fat, dried peas, dried plain beet pulp, natural chicken flavor, ground flaxseed, fish meal, fish oil, potassium chloride, dried egg products, salt, yeast culture, monocalcium phosphate, dicalcium phosphate, inulin. What is that? Yeah, Tracy. We talked about it. And a soluble fiber as well. Okay. Where did I see that? Let me find my spot. Vitamin E supplement, L-threonine, theranine, ground garbanzo beans, ground lentils, dried tomato pomace, dried apple pomace, dried kelp, dried carrots, dried sweet potatoes, dried blueberries, vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin 12, niacin, riboflavin, decalcium, pyridine, hydrochloride, biotin, folic acid, thiamine, minerals, zinc sulfate, ferrous sulfate, zinc protonate, iron protonate, zinc oxide, copper sulfate, protonate, manganese sulfate, manganese protonate, sodium selenite, calcium iodate, and then the pre and probiotics again. Hey, Lydia. Yeah, that's what it was saying. Found in various plants, including fruits and vegetables. It's a type of soluble fiber that resist digestion in the upper gastric tract, but is fermented by gut microflora in the colon, has prebiotic effects, promoting the growth of beneficial gut bacteria and supporting gut health and immunity. Commonly found in foods like Jerusalem artichokes, chicory, asparagus, garlic, onions, wheat, and bananas. So yeah, not bad. So that's the chicken and brown rice recipe. Doug, who found you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Confetti can be fun for a while. But if I'm not mistaken, that brand also has a let's see. Products.
Mom.
Dogs. All right. Chicken and brown rice. Beef and barley.
Someone passed out.
Lamb and rice.
What time is it?
20 after 10.
Dang.
Lamb and rice.
That was a good shower.
Salmon and oatmeal for
Ow.
sensitive skin and coat. Beef with sweet potato.
That's okay.
Chicken with potato.
Mom. Wonder what I decided to do the other day?
Here we go. Here we go, fraud. Salmon with sweet potato. Grain free.
Wonder what I ended up deciding to do the other day? Pull a muscle right here.
Well, why would you go
Hey,
salmon with sweet potato free? Cat and kitten. Puppy. Yeah, that one's specifically marked as grain free. Grain free chicken with potato. Oh, you said you can't do. She's here. Brad, she's here. You can't do chicken or beef. So the salmon and oatmeal would probably, if you wanted to try it. I don't know, but that dog on there is cuter than snot. So yeah, I got the cheap. I literally got a picture of the cheapest and the most expensive, and it turns out, based on ingredients lists, that the mid-range is the best quality. All right, Antics, get some rest, honey. That is insane. That is insane. You would think that the $110 a bag would be the best on the line. It's not. That's crazy. And now this is the Loyal Life, and I feed this. This is the main one, but when they're out, oh yeah, early swim. Yes, definitely go get some rest. When they're out of this one, then I get the Wildology, which is very comparable to this one. Yeah, I was floored. There's one source of vegetable, and it's not even a real vegetable. It's a starch. Is the plain beet pulp. $110. Yeah, Tracy. Apparently so. Um, if I'm paying $110 for a bag of dog food, I would expect to see some dried fruits and vegetables in there. And there's none. Dried beet pulp. That's it. That's insane. Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but then you've got the powdered cellulose, which is literally just a bulking product to bulk the food. Now, this is specifically now. Royal Canin is a food that is known for breed-specific recipes. So the one that I chose for this one was for the bulldog recipe. The gold one is Royal Canin. This one is Royal Canin. It's 100 Royal Canin Bulldog formula, $109.99 for a 30-pound bag. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Good night, Mom.
Good night, honey. And it's got, where's my notes on this one? Right there, because I had to print out the Royal Canin. It's got vegetable oil, which there's no need for two sources of oil because it's got fish oil right before it. Vegetable oil can be an irritant to the digestive tract, which I've known that for years. Um, if you have to do any kind of elimination diet, um, vegetable oil can actually be have many different bases. Right, Tracy? Um, so if it would be hard to isolate if allergies present. Um, wheat gluten uses a binder and a filler. Then it's got this sodium silico aluminate, which has no benefits. It's a synthetic. It's not even a natural. It's a synthetic anti-caking agent that can cause digestive issues. Long-term exposure could lead to kidney damage and other health issues. I have not, Tracy. I have not. And then powdered cellulose has no nutritional value. It's a fiber usually produced from wood or plants. And it increases the possibility of bloating, constipation, and diarrhea. Oh, tell Sarah I said hello. So I'm just like, I would not give this to my dog. And let's not forget, this is the bulldog formula, which is a bully breed, pity breed. The bully breeds are known for having digestion and allergy issues. So I was just like, has no known benefits. I'm going through the chart now. No known benefits. So Royal Canin, the Royal Canin line that you can get here at Cal Ranch, my Tracy. Buy small. If they don't eat it, donate it to a local shelter or rescue. And just, yes, they're fiercely loyal. So Royal Canin, the regular line like this, that is breed specific, has 91 products that include this sodium silico aluminate. Yes, bullies have they're and not only with allergies, having allergies, but they are susceptible to develop allergies much easier. Hey, Lori. And then Royal Canin Veterinarian Diet has 29 products that include sodium silico aluminate. And this is supposed to be like the gold standard for dog foods, this brand. There's no way in hell I would feed this to my dogs. I would feed them this before I'd feed them that. Still wouldn't feed them that, though. I still wouldn't feed them that. Yeah, I was just sitting here, going through and doing some research to write this short essay. I'm just like, holy crap. Yes. Yes, Tracy. Yep. And that's the thing with a lot of the cheaper dog foods. They also have dyes and colorants in them, and dogs can't process food dyes the way we can. So it's absolutely useless. It's just pointless to have color in dog food. They can't process food coloring like our bodies can. Yeah. Here you would think $110 a bag would be a good food. I wouldn't feed that to my dogs. And the one that falls right in the middle, right? The one that falls right in the middle is actually the higher quality. That's insane. And it's the only one that actually lists real pre and probiotics. Let me double check. Let me look at this one. Yep. The mid-grade, middle of the road one is the only one that lists pre-probiotics. Has actual fruits and vegetables. So this one has the Rancher's Choice. Not only is it got as its third ingredient the corn distillers dried grains with solubles, which is again, for those that may not have been here very early on, corn distillers dried grains with solubles is a byproduct of the ethanol industry. It's left over from making biofuel. But also, the poultry fat is preserved with BHA. Now, we already know that they're taking BHA out of human products and plastics. It's widely known that it can cause kidney damage, and identified by the state of California as a possible carcinogen. Hey, Heather, how are you, honey? I wouldn't feed that to my dogs. That's insane. Here it is right here. Corn distillers dried grains with solubles. Right there. That's insane. And for commercial poultry feed and livestock feed, they use it as an ingredient in other livestock feeds. But again, let's not forget, pre-treatment that helps to break down the grains for maximum yields of ethanol often uses chemicals. So they use chemicals to break down the grains so they can maximize the ethanol removal. But what are those chemicals? What do those chemicals do to our animals? I mean, no, thank you. No, thank you. And with all these fillers, your dog's going to poop like no other. Just saying. Let me see. Okay, feeding recommendation for 15 to 25 pounds for the Loyal Life is 1.5 to 2.25 cups of food a day. For the Rancher's Choice, 12 to 25 pounds, it's 1.75 to 3 cups a day. And then, let me see. Did I get a picture of that? Yes, I did. All right, this is, all right, the smallest one is 40 pounds. dog activity. So an inactive dog would be almost 3 cups of food a day for a 40-pound of the Royal Canin. For an active dog would be almost 4 cups. And these other ones are assuming your dog is active, especially the Rancher's Choice. So for an active dog, 25 to 45 pounds would be 2 1/4 to 3 3/4. No, it's all about the money. The marketing on these things is insane. And then for 25 to 50 pounds is 3 to 4 cups on the Rancher's Choice. So that is telling me that with this food and the Royal Canin, you'd have to actually feed more per pound. Let me do some math here. Actually, let me pull this up. $25 to 45 pounds is 2 1/4 to 3 3/4. And then I've got the picture of that one. All right, let me just do some actual math here. Yeah, Heather? Exactly, Tracy. Exactly. They wouldn't be putting all this crap in here. Like this one's got potentially cancer-causing ingredients with preservatives with BHA. And then the corn distillers dried grains with solubles. Yeah, they might have some nutrition, can be nutritional, but it's a leftover byproduct of the ethanol industry, the biofuel. This one's got sodium silicoaluminate, which is not good either. It can cause, where did I put it? There's absolutely no benefits, and it's simply supposed to be an anti-caking agent, but it's synthetic. It's not even a natural ingredient. All right, let me do some math here. Calculator, not calendar. All right, so let's go at the high range, 50. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't have a notepad. Let me just write on the back here. Okay. Let's see. Because these other ones are based on an active dog. So 40 pounds. Okay. Yeah. Money, 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 money. Yeah. They use what? The Illuminate product? Oh, that would be interesting, Brad. All right. Oh, I've got that one on the picture, so let me grab that picture. Because I didn't print everything out. All right, so for 45 pounds. Oh, I did write that down. Okay. Let's go. Calculator. And it's Okay, so after doing the math, breaking it down per pound roughly, these are approximates. So for the Rancher's Choice, you'd need to feed 0.08 cups, because I didn't convert it back to cups. 0.08 cups, basically, or basically per pound almost, roughly. For Royal Canin, 0.09. And for Loyal Life, the one that has the actual fruits and vegetables, is 0.07. So when your quality is higher, you don't feed quite as much, and it's minimal, but you don't have to feed quite as much. Plus, you won't have as much to clean up with. So there's the math. There's the math. That is insane. I mean, I knew, the better quality foods, you don't feed quite as much. I mean, it's minimal changes, but there's still, changes. But when there's more substance, actual substance to the food, their little bodies can actually process and use those nutrients much better than they can with the fillers. So you don't have to feed as much. And you don't have to clean up as much because their body is using and absorbing more of the food. But I would have never thought about the Royal Canin. The chemicals, yes, some of them do. Yeah, some like that sodium silico is an anti-caking. Some of them are used as preservatives. Some of them are minor, not great sources of vitamins and minerals. There would be other better, healthier options. Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I've known some of this for quite some time, but to actually go through and research and look up what each thing is eye-opening. Very eye-opening. Very eye-opening. Okay, let's see what sodium selenite in dog food. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Sodium selenite, which is right here, a synthetic form of the essential trace mineral selenium. But it can be toxic in high doses. Yeah, I believe there are some health issues. Could have also been something that they got into that was, they shouldn't have. All right, so sodium selenite is a synthetic form of selenium, which is essential. I need to write that down. Sodium selenite. That's insane. Why not just use selenium? Why save money? Synthetic is cheaper. You know what? Checking to see if the Royal Canin has it. I know the Loyal Life doesn't. It does. It does. Another synthetic. That's insane. Let me just double check. Oh, it does too. Okay. Yeah, but out of the three, though, I would still feed this. I would still feed the Loyal Life. Okay. All right. Why it's controversial. The controversy. All right, Eric. The controversy appears to be over the use of sodium selenite to supply trace amounts of selenium to a dog food. Those opposed to sodium selenite or its close chemical cousin, sodium selenate, are concerned about what they believe to be a notably thin margin of safety between the effective dose of the mineral and cause toxicity. Interesting. So a supplement supplier that provides slightly too much selenium to a commercial nutrient mix could make it easy for a dog owner to unknowingly administer a toxic dose to her pet over an extended period of time. Okay, although this concern could certainly be justified, history doesn't appear to support this view. Unfortunately, it looks like the sodium selenite controversy might be creating unnecessary concern for dog owners. No, it's not a necessary concern no matter what you look at it, because it's synthetic. It's not the original. But favoring selenium yeast as a source of selenium might be a better idea. Okay. I would prefer the natural selenium over a synthetic version. I would prefer, most definitely would prefer actual selenium versus a synthetic version. Yeah, see, I'm literally just going through these ingredients lists and looking everything up. I would still choose the one that's got actual meat, a meat product as its very first ingredient, first and foremost, a meat product. Tons of different fruits and vegetables, pre and probiotics, which the others don't have. Interesting. Still can't get over Royal Canin though. Over $100 for a 30-pound bag. And it's got exactly one vegetable. That is insane. And it's not even a true vegetable, it's a starchy root. It's beet pulp. Oh. Interesting information tonight, most certainly. Oh, that was my ankle. I know, Scooter. It's supposed to be top of the line, but I mean, we literally just went through ingredients lists. You guys tell me what you think. I thought it was going to be a lot better than what it is. but I would not spend that kind of money for that ingredient list. There's no way. There is no way. For over $100 a bag, I better be getting some better stuff than this. You know what? One that I didn't look up was this one. Let's see. LPHERLL. All right, let's see. Right, Brad? Oh, Bill, if you ain't lying. Okay, so this DL alpha toserfol acetate is a natural preservative. Helps keep dog food fresh, prevents spoilage, and acts as an antioxidant to protect the body's cells from damage. Okay, it's a natural source. I can get on board with natural. I still can't get over $110 a bag. And not even a regular like 40 or 50 pound bag. Okay, this is a 30-pound bag for $109.99. I still can't get over the sodium silicate and illuminate and the powdered cellulose. Those are the biggest things that get me. That's literally feeding your dog wood pulp. Powdered cellulose is literally like wood pulp. Powdered wood pulp. Why am I paying $110 a bag for powdered wood pulp for my dog? I wouldn't do it. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. Maybe I can get over Mona. Excuse me, Mama. Excuse me. Thank you. Treat a child like electric veins. If you city calling out a refrain, call the cougars face left and right. Watch the pamphlets vanish in daylight. Last seen heroes return in time, saving souls on a digital ride. Preaching truth on megaphone, letting folks know they're not alone. Little watch on every block. Excuse me again. Thank you. You can take that many different ways, Brad. Many different ways. Yeah, I think I know how I'm going to write this short essay. It's basically what they want for this short essay. Go to your local shop and compare the labels of low cost and a more expensive brand of dog food. What differences do you notice? Write on what you see from your own viewpoint, including how you think the ingredients in each might affect a dog. Give details such as brand name, price, ingredients, nutritional values, etc. We're not simply looking for a list of ingredients. It would be good if you could provide a photograph of each label. So I think I know how I'm going to write this. It's interesting what you learn when you actually compare them side by side, because I would have read this and been like, oh yeah, I don't care for that, so I won't buy it. But when you actually compare them side by side, it definitely makes you think about the different ingredients. So like on the Rancher's Choice, which is the bottom of the barrel, 1, 2, 3. Your first and only meat source is pork meal, and it's the 4th ingredient. On the Royal Canin, you have chicken byproduct, chicken fat, pork meal, fish oil. So those are all meat products. And your first meat product is 3rd on the ingredients list. And with Loyal Life, that mid-range one, lamb meal is the first meat product on the list. Chicken fat, fish meal, chicken flavor, egg product, fish meal. So you got chicken fat. So lamb meal is the first on the list. 3, 4, 5, 6. Chicken fat is 7. Fish meal is 9. Natural chicken flavor is 10. And dried egg product is 12. You know what? I don't know. Google to the rescue. During the mummification process, the Egyptians used sawdust to fill in any sunken body areas to make the body seem more alive. You are correct, Brad. They used it as a filler. Interesting. So, you know what? Let me... You just got my brain going in a direction. I think I'm going to have to take some time. I would think so. But you got my brain going in a direction of what do they use for the chicken flavor itself. Chicken meal. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Apparently so. And this is supposed to be like top of the line dog food, Brad. That's what's killing me. I'm wondering if they're not using the water from boiling down the chicken for chicken meal. I'm wondering if that might be what it is. I'm going to have to do some research into that to find out what exactly it is.
Well, here, kids. Don't bring kids in there. It's a cold. Guys, this is cold.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do, because you got my brain going off in another direction, Tracy. But I would assume and guess that it would be the water that they boil down the meat, bones, and such, because they'll cook that first, typically. Then they'll grind it up and then dehydrate it, and then meal usually includes, when it says meal, it's usually powdered meat and bone product. So I would think extra chicken flavor separate from chicken fat, which they would be able to render chicken fat from the boiling process. So I'm wondering if chicken flavor would be maybe the broth from the boiling chicken. I'm going to have to research that and find out. You've got my brain going now. Let's see if I can reword this, because it keeps wanting to bring up chicken meal and not chicken flavor. Okay. So just what is used for chicken flavor in dog food? And the first thing that comes up is stock or broth. So that would be my guess, is they're using the broth for the added flavor. All right, what are natural dog food flavors? Aaron. Yeah, with some of these words, I'm telling you. Okay. The AFCO flavor rule: to understand what is meant by natural flavors when we encounter it on a bag of dog food, we should first get an idea of what is meant by flavor itself, as defined by AFCO, which is the American Feed Control Officials Association of American Feed Control Officials, which sets content guidelines for pet foods in the United States. According to the AFCO flavor rule, a food can be claimed to have a certain flavor, say chicken or beef, if that flavor is sufficiently detectable. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, not suitable for Papa, no. With respect to flavors, pet foods often contain digests, which are materials treated with heat, enzymes, and/or acids to form concentrated natural flavors. Only a small amount of chicken digest is needed to produce a chicken-flavored cat food, even though no physical chicken is added to the food. So yeah, that would make sense if they were using like the broth or the stock left over, drying it down and maybe making a bouillon or something like that with it. That's kind of sounding what that digests sounds like. Heart beer, yes. Okay. In many cases, this means the manufacturer has extracted flavors from animal products, concentrated it, and then added it to the dog food. Okay, so that would be what I would assume. Okay, that makes sense, and is definitely kind of where my brain was going anyway with in that direction. It is for my holistic health course. Yeah, that kind of goes right along with where my brain was going with that. Yeah. Okay, animal based flavors derived from sources like chicken liver, beef, or fish. These provide a rich natural flavor that many pets find irresistible. Yeast extracts, these add a savory umami flavor and are particularly appealing to both cats and dogs. Not necessarily a degree, but certifications, yes. Plant based, utilizing ingredients like vegetable proteins, these are suitable for pets with specific dietary restrictions. So once I finish all my courses, I'm going for canine behavioralist, um, canine holistic health, canine canine specific first aid, and then canine nutritionalist and dietitian. Actually, no, I think now that I'm thinking about it, I can't remember which one for sure. For sure, pretty sure canine behavioralist might be a degreed program. Okay, here's another little nugget. No, not taxidermy. I'm good. Code defines natural flavors as materials treated with heat, enzymes, and/or acid flavors. They also state that this material must be sourced from an organic source, such as plant or animal, and they're not. All right, Brad, how they? So yeah, that definitely kind of sounds like what I was saying with the stock, maybe using that as a base to enhance chicken flavor. That would be my. Based on what I'm seeing, that would be my assumption. Nowhere is it saying directly exactly, but the way it's been worded, that kind of sounds like what it would do. Be that would make sense to the way my brain works, at least. Okay. You had my brain thinking. I had to find out. You had my brain thinking. Even though it was a little bit of a squirrel trail, I had to follow it. I had to answer that for myself once you brought that question up. Oh, I'm still just. I mean, you look at the ingredients and stuff when you're in the store, and you're looking over if you want this, get a new dog, or you're wanting to switch food or something. But actually seeing them side by side like this is where you really see the differences. Yeah, it's insane. Putting them literally side by side like this. It's crazy. All right, now I've got lots of notes. I can start writing. I'll do that tomorrow. I wouldn't make any sense if I tried to do it tonight. Okay. Sorry, I'm going off on another squirrel tangent here. All right, so I was just looking. Where's it at? Tomato Promise and Apple Promise. The hell is Promise? So that's what I'm looking at now. What it is using the leftover bits from commercial sauces and stuff like that. The tomato is very high vitamin K1, potassium, soluble fiber. All right, Tracy. Yeah, I'm about to go my dogs today. And I've got 5 tomorrow with 2 large. There's so many Dacom doodles coming up over the next week and a half. Okay, they use the same tomatoes that we eat as in food such as pizza, pasta, ketchup, tomato juice. It's for one of my assignments. I have to write a short essay. All right, Eric. Okay, so that makes sense. The pomace is just using okay, Mark. Okay, so I'm looking at this article about tomato pomace and explaining, the benefits and not from that, and what products, what you get. And I scroll down some more, and it says, alternatively, some pet food brands have chosen to use questionable sources of fiber in their recipes that raise many more eyebrows than meat pulp. The most example of this is powdered cellulose, which is an extremely vague ingredient that is essentially pure fiber derived from a plant material. Typically, it typically woody fibers, plant fibers. While this may not sound awful, it is important to understand that this may not be an agricultural, and there are claims that powdered cellulose can be produced from industrial or forestry waste. Lord have mercy. Look that up real quick. I might just need a reminder. $2,000 around for that. Oh, no, it's milk. Let me. Yeah, it's used as a binder, and it's supposed to provide insoluble fiber. "2007. Yes, I would have been an yes, 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 yes. Yes, I remember that now. I remember that. Yep. Yeah, it was. I was still going to college at the time, but I remember hearing about it. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. Which is why it's it was sweet gluten contaminated with melamine. Oh, and rice. Some of the rice was. Oh, crap. It wasn't just wheat. It was in rice, too. I thought it was just wheat. Yeah. Oh, they had. Oh, Mark. There was an outbreak in 2004. Hey, AZ, thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. There was another outbreak in 2004 that sickened more than 6,000 dogs in Asia. Kidney failure in the animals was linked to food manufactured in Thailand by Mars Inc. The veterinarians in Asia initially blamed the 2004 problems on fungal toxins, but pathology tests conducted in 2007 found melamine and cyanuric acid present in renal tissue from both outbreaks. According to pathologists, these results indicate that the pet food associated kidney failure outbreaks in 2004 and 2007 share identical clinical, histological, and toxicological findings, providing compelling evidence that they share the same causation. Wow. I was around in 2004 too, but I was just starting my career. I started my career in 2003. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I was just started my career in 2003. And I remember this in 2007 because that's when I went back to Florida when I left my ex. And this was going on when I left him. I remember this. That's crazy. All right. I think my brain has had enough for tonight. Okay. Yeah, I started my career with a small business owner. Worked for her for several years. Then I left because I was also in college at the same time. And when I got all the night courses done that I could, and I had to switch to a day job, I was an assistant manager at no, they don't at all. It is not an easy job. It's very physically demanding. I mean, I'm covered in scars. I'm covered in scars. It is not easy. I love what I do, though. But I had to switch from a day job to a night job so I could go to school during the day for day classes. I was still grooming friends and family on the side for extra income. And then when I left my ex, I went back to Florida. I left in 2007, went back to Florida, and ended up in another small family business, but it was the biggest shop in Polk County at the time. Any given day was 10 to 12 groomers. And worked there for a few years, and then came back to Nevada and just stayed in grooming. So I've got over 20 years, 22, coming up on 22 years here now. Right at 22 years now. Right at 22 years now. Yeah, that's crazy. That's That's why we got to be careful. But I'm expanding on some of that with these courses that I'm taking. So, but I'm going to head out. Mr. Eric Lovett is going live. His link is in the chat if you'd like to continue the conversation. If not, and you're headed to bed and you need them, night meds, sweet dreams, sleep tight. Yeah, exactly, Mark, exactly. Although I try to keep my overhead as low as possible so I can offer fair and affordable and accessible pricing, because everybody should have that option. If you're on the other side and you need them and you're just starting your day meds. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to make the time to find something beautiful to look at. Makes the day better. Is there anything important? I don't think so. Other than Mona is snoring away. She's out cold. Yeah, I don't think there's anything important right off the top of my head. So, on that note, good night all. And remember, a little bit of kindness, a smile, and a little bit of love make this world a better place. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. I will see you guys later.